Hi guys! Are you interested in having more energy, supporting the formation and replication of your DNA, and also supporting mental health? Well, I like to take B12 every day. Just a spray will do the trick. So B12 is absolutely necessary when it comes to something called the myelin sheath. Myelin sheath is a whitish, fatty material that supports the nerves that run throughout our body. So the nerves are necessary for nervous impulses. So that is anything to do with thinking and processing information, to movement, to telling your hand to move, to telling your fist to clench, to telling your foot to move, to walk, our heart beating. These are all nervous impulses, and all these nerves are covered by a myelin sheath, which supports the transmission of these nervous impulses. And when that myelin sheath starts to degrade, then that's when we get into something called MS, multiple sclerosis. And B12 will support the formation and health of the myelin sheath. B12 also supports the formation and health of the red blood cells. Red blood cells are what carry oxygen throughout the body, so that's where energy comes into play. The more healthy red blood cells we have, the more oxygen we have circulating through the body, so the more energy and alert we feel. You can get B12 from things like mussels, clams, oysters. However, there are several factors that come into play when absorbing B12 through the intestines. You need to have enough hydrochloric acid, stomach acid. Now, a lot of people think that they have high stomach acid because maybe they get indigestion, heartburn, but a lot of the time, more often than not, it's actually a case of low stomach acid. And that, so when the pH in your stomach isn't low enough and it's not acidic enough, then your food doesn't digest properly, and you start to get that kickback of maybe the food starting to ferment. It's just kind of sitting around, and that's when you feel it in your heart and you get heartburn. So a super easy trick to try is to take a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I suggest Bragg's, but you can use any. I say Bragg's because it's organic, it's raw, it's unprocessed. But again, you can use any apple cider vinegar as long as it is raw, unprocessed, and preferably organic. So take a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with meals and see how you feel. If you feel better, then you know that you really do have low stomach acid, and just keep taking a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with meals and you'll be able to digest your food a lot better. But if you feel more of a burn, okay, then you know you do have high stomach acid, and I suggest you get in touch with me to talk about how to support that. Because it is better to just slightly lower it and support it with natural remedies than to go on things like proton pump inhibitors, which will completely shut down your production of hydrochloric acid, and then you won't be able to digest your food. And you also won't be able to absorb B12. So it's also why I like to take it in a spray, because it goes right under the tongue, straight into the bloodstream. You've seen this brand before. It's my vitamin D. I really like it because it's organic. It's made from food. Now, there are a couple forms of B12 that you can find. There's methylcobalamin and also cyanocobalamin. Sounds like cyanide, doesn't it? Yeah, don't get that one. Look for methylcobalamin, and preferably in a spray because it's a lot easier to actually absorb it. So thanks for watching, everyone. Here's to your health.